Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Leila who lived with her mother in a small village near the forest. Leila loved helping her grandmother, who lived on the other side of the forest. One day, her mother asked her to bring a basket of food to her sick grandmother. Before she left, her mother advised her, "Don't talk to anyone on your way, and be careful of the wolf." Leila, dressed in her red veil, happily set off into the forest. On her way, she met a cunning wolf. The wolf, curious about this little girl, asked her, "Where are you going, Leila?" Innocent, Leila replied, "I'm going to my grandmother's house to bring her this basket." The wolf, with a plan in mind, said, "Why don't you pick some flowers for her? She would love that." Leila liked the idea and wandered off the main path to pick flowers. Meanwhile, the wolf rushed to the grandmother's house. When he arrived, the wolf knocked on the door and, imitating Leila's voice, said, "Grandmother, it's me, Leila." The grandmother, believing it was her granddaughter, opened the door. The wolf jumped on her and swallowed her whole. He then dressed in her clothes, put on her glasses, and lay in bed, waiting for Leila. Soon after, Leila arrived. She knocked on the door, and the wolf answered in a soft voice, "Come in, dear." When she entered, Leila found her grandmother looking quite strange. "Grandmother, why do you have such big eyes?" Leila asked. "To see you better, my dear," replied the wolf. "Grandmother, why do you have such big ears?" Leila continued. "To hear you better," replied the wolf. "And why do you have such big teeth?" she asked, now frightened. "To eat you better," shouted the wolf, and he jumped toward Leila. Fortunately, some hunters passing by heard her screams and ran to help. They saved Leila and her grandmother, who had been hidden in a cupboard. The wolf was driven away from the forest and never bothered the villagers again.